Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. I'm Chris. That's James. And guess what? It's Brawl time.
We want people to watch the Brawl, not be scared off before they...
Movie Brawl, Chris and James collide. Which one's truth? Which one's a lie? Arguments flying, sparks in the air. Which film's the throne? Who will declare? Movie Brawl, Chris and James collide. Which one's truth? Which one's a lie?
What are we doing?
This week's Brawl takes place in the action sci-fi realm where all is not what it seems.
It's going to be Star Trek, isn't it?
I hate Star Trek.
Would you like to know
Yeah,
the
well,
movies?
it might not be Star Trek.
They are Inception.
I'll take that.
James?
DiCaprio's great.
I might get Blade Runner.
You have The Matrix.
You still happy?
Yeah.
Inception versus The Matrix.
Okay.
And
That's
as
pretty
you
good. That's
would-
pretty good, actually.
3, 2, 1, go.
So this is actually quite interesting because The Matrix is all about machines versus people, whereas Inception is all about people versus themselves and their own minds. And I think that actually adds more of a layer to it because there's a lot more intricacy involved. So like it's not an external conflict, it's an internal conflict, which I think makes it easier to relate to. And therefore you can kind of get behind it. I also think this film does a really good job of using practical and CGI effects. So when you see like the city folding and stuff like that, whereas, you know, when Matrix did the bullet time thing, it was really cool at first, but it, like a lot of their CGI hasn't quite aged so well. So I think these things, it looks better. Oh my gosh, it looks better and it's more internal, so it's more relatable.
Time's
Yeah, very good. I mean, they almost sound rehearsed. that sounded like you knew what you was going to say this week.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to cram this in, I think.
3, 2, 1, go.
Matrix, arguably one of the best films ever made. Your film has two major flaws. One, it's very, very long. And two, it's not complicated, but it left a lot of people a little bit confused when watching it. And it's a bit OTT. The Matrix isn't just about machines versus humans. It's a metaphor of basically everything in existence happening simultaneously. Also, the promotional work for this, I can still remember it from being a child. What is the Matrix? You get very clear and definitively answered by a scene from Morpheus. He tells you what it is, and as soon as he does, you know where you are in the film, and it also has so many other layers of intricacy built into it, whereas yours is a little more confusing for some people.
Time's up.
And if you remember back, Chris, when people watching it, like, using that layer and that layer and that layer and with this layer, it wasn't complicated, but some people were a bit like, where is he now?
So he's still going, right?
No, I'm just
And-
explaining the point.
And
I
yeah,
made.
you know,
It's only one
your
point.
really good point is the fact that Morpheus just had to tell the audience what was going on because they couldn't explain it visually. Which
They do explain it visually.
No,
with,
he tells you in words.
yeah, with visual.
We did this, we
They-
did that,
he tells
and
them-
now we're all
He
screwed.
tells them in words, literally with a symbol of a battery. He then goes into the
Should we go back
construct.
to the actual...
Well, we're still on the...
Chris, you have 30 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. So, yeah, you said all your piece, and I agree with some of your points, but not many of them. It's not confusing. You're right. Neither of the films are confusing. They're really simple to follow if you're smart enough. Inception's brilliant because that internal struggle, and also that the reason for that, like Neo has to save the world. Like, oh, there you go, he's a hero, brilliant. Whereas this one is all personal, so it's much more like what? Nah, he took forever, so it doesn't matter. But you want to, it's like an internal struggle. So he just wants to get back to his kids and see his family. And that means that you can relate to him and you can agree with him and you understand why he's doing what he's doing. Like, you understand why Neo's trying to save the world because that's the right thing to do. But like, this is a more, like, you actually feel for that character. I only took a couple more seconds.
No, that's fine.
3, 2, 1, go.
So actually, the main theme of your film is a businessman that's got some dirty secrets. The main theme of my film is all of the existence of humanity and multi-generational things, like, and things that are happening now with AI that you can see unraveling that came out in the past. It was miles ahead of what Inception was for the time it came out. And it had many, you say it was very simple, but it wasn't, because you can watch the film over and over and see things that you've missed over and over again. Right, we should have done extra time for this one.
We should have.
This is beast. This should be beast mode Brawl this week.
3, 2.
My heart's got to slow down now.
Go.
So the Matrix uses its fight scenes and stuff like that just as a showpiece to make it look. So it's just in it like it's cool and it's great and it's fun. But the fight scenes and the action scenes in Inception are actually really, really intricated and part of the plot. It's really important. So it's all about, as you're changing the world, your own mind, like, you know, your white blood cells fighting infection, your own mind's like, this isn't right, we've got to fix it. So you end up fighting your own mind, and it's a really interesting view and a really interesting opinion. And the timescale thing is also amazing. Oh, that was hard.
Yeah, I'm going to have to speed this 30
Yes,
seconds.
that is not easy.
3, 2, 1, go.
I think what you just said is actually a detriment to your film, not a benefit, because it was too long in what it did. It was kind of a little bit boring and very metaphorical, whereas mine had some of the best visual fight scenes ever made in all of cinema history. When goddamn name, Trinity goes running around with the thing at the beginning, the bending back from the bullets, that I learned Kung Fu, injecting the information into the brain. It did so much more. Yours did do a couple of things really smart and new, but The Matrix just did so much more better. It had its time with the best action in any film ever made.
Best action of any
For the
film
time it came out.
ever made.
Yeah.
That is a big
Morpheus versus
point.
when you watch it, Morpheus versus Keanu in the Kung Fu scene, and then the people running around screens, oh, you're watching them, and you see the neurokinetics, they're going so fast. You see him trying to do the jump. You see him in the different layers of the Matrix, not just one. You see him with the architect. You then see him in the fighting in the real world. You then see him in the scene when the elevator blows up with all the practical
What I really love
effects.
is how in this world made by computers,
Mhm.
it needs to have little people running around to stop these people hacking it, rather than just, I don't know, deleting the whole room that they're in. Oh, there's a change in the Matrix. Oh, it's now a wall.
Yeah,
Well,
but
the change in the Matrix could be you're
but
all
that's
just in a
your-
cell.
that's just
How easy would that have been? You're all stuck. Done. We won.
Yeah, but they go into explain that in later.
That's called a vault,
They go into explain that in later
which is
films.
what
so that
computers
point's
do with
invalid.
viruses.
That's invalid. That's the whole premise of the films that come out after the Matrix. So the point's invalid.
No, it's not invalid.
It is invalid.
No, because you
That's
just
the
said
whole point of
you
Agent
said
Smith's character
comes-
and the rivalry
because
between
you
them.
said comes in the films afterwards.
Yeah.
Doesn't explain why you can't do it in the first film.
Well, but
No, it doesn't.
It does. Have you seen either of these films, Judge?
I've seen both of these
Oh.
films.
We are first. They must be bloody good. Jesus.
Damn.
And stayed awake.
Throughout both, yes. I think this week we are going to have to go with Inception.
Oh, God, I'm really glad that I won.
Very only just.
I'm
I
really,
thought I had more points.
I'm really
but,
glad
I'm
that I
not
won. But if you're watching this, Matrix is the better film.
Not asking me to judge the better.
No,
film,
a
you're
better
asking
argument.
me.
I know.
No, that's what it's about. I've argued films that I thought were better and worse. It's just based on the
Yeah,
argument.
it's based on, but
And I mean, to be fair, Chris was so prepared this week.
because every week he goes, "Why haven't you prepared anything?" And I was like, "Because I haven't." And then he's like, "Well, make sure you prepare." And I'm like, "Okay, but my phone is the thing recording all the things, so I can't sit and look at my phone." And you're like, "Well, figure something out." So I did.
I feel like I've just gone to Christmas and got coal in my stocking. But, you know,
I wouldn't mind.
Chris
calling
Nolan's not exactly a half bad director.
this.
So,
Not at all.
you know,
I honestly, both films are amazing.